New Islamist president was sworn in this weekend. He made a very disturbing promise that he may in fact work to free Omar Abdel Rahman, otherwise known as the blind sheik, from a United States prison. He was, of course, a key player in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing and planned to blow up several other New York landmarks. Joining us now to discuss this, Congressman Peter King. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Dave. Thank you.
This was concerning initially because many have fear of what will happen once the Muslim Brotherhood is in charge in Egypt. How afraid are you now that you've heard him allude to the freeing of a terrorist, a convicted terrorist, like the blind sheik? What does this mean to the United States and our position there in Egypt?
Yeah, this very much confirms our worst fears. You know, the Muslim Brotherhood, which Morsi was part of, has said that somehow they've changed, they've moderated their positions, and I think people in the administration want to believe that. But when he makes a remark like this in his inaugural address, this to me shows where his real feelings are. He's sending a signal to his people. He's also sending a signal to the region. And I believe he's throwing out a challenge to the United States. I believe we have to make it clear that this is non-negotiable. We're not even going to tolerate this type of talk. You know, we give $1.8 billion in aid to the Egyptians every year. And if Egypt wants to be any way serious about working with us in the war against terrorism or looking upon us as any kind of an ally, this type of rhetoric has to stop. And we have to make it clear that this is not something that is even on the table, and we're offended that it's even brought up. As far as the blind sheik, he's not just a terrorist. He is a mass murderer, a person who attempted to bring about the murder of thousands of people. As it was, he succeeded in killing too many people.
You know, for 30 years, we've been, Egypt's been an ally. So specifically, what would you, I guess it's the president that would have to do this. What statements should he make?
I think maybe not the president himself, because I don't want him to get to Morsi's level, but someone very close to the president, making clear that he or she is speaking for the president, for our government, has to publicly rebuke Morsi, and has to make it clear that we're not tolerating this. And because I'm afraid if it's just some anonymous State Department source, or someone at a middle level that no one knows who they are, it's going to be looked upon as just a standard response from us. We have to make it clear this is unique, this is different, this is intolerable.
Congressman King, is that happening? What is happening? What are congressmen and women saying about this? What's being done?
Well, there's been a number of congressmen speaking out and congresswomen, but I don't see very much coming from the administration. What you do is you see anonymous voices saying that, this isn't going to happen. Well, not even isn't it not going to happen. It shouldn't even be brought up that we would listen to a foreign country saying a mass murderer should be released. Now, the head of state, this is something you expect some guy in the street corner saying this, not the president of the country.
Bring it up in a speech.
Speaking of mass murders, I want to get your take real quickly on Syria. What's happening there? The UN essentially said yesterday it's time to present a transitional government. Hillary again said it's time for Assad to go. Will these words ever be met with action? Is action possible in Syria?
Obviously, we all hope that Assad goes. I think it's, even if he does go, though, I'm concerned who's going to come in after him. I would hope that our intelligence agencies and others on the ground are shaping a new government that would be much more normal, that could work within the region. I'm not sure that's happening. So, yes, I want Assad to go, but I'm also concerned what's going to happen after the fact, like in Libya. Gaddafi's gone. There's still tremendous instability in Libya, and there's thousands of weapons floating around the Middle East that were in Libya and are now unaccounted for.
Yeah, who fills the void?
Perhaps like Mubarak to Morsi now. Thank you very much, Congressman. We appreciate